In this short instructional video, I'm going to show you how to use some of the functionality of Sena Millennium iClip Message Center. This is to support the policy which now states all cellular pathology and radiology results have to be endorsed within iClip. By default, when you open PowerChart, it takes you to Message Center. Message Center is currently open and I've highlighted Message Center in my menu bar at the top of the page. Message Center is very much like an email program. You have a menu on the left hand side and you have a list on the right hand side, and when you select one of the items from the list, it turns into a reviewing pane. There's also an action pane below the reviewing pane, we'll come to that in a second. By default, it shows you the last 30 days of results. I can see that I've got some results for real patients in my inbox. For patient confidentiality reasons, I don't want to demonstrate the functionality using a real patient. So I have some test documents sent to me which I can pretend are diagnostic test results for the purposes of this demonstration. I can see here that I've got a document that needs to be signed, so we'll use this as an example of a document as a result that needs to be signed in my inbox. I can see in the list that I have this item that needs to be signed. I can now open it. I can see in the reviewing pane I have the report or the result. There's a menu bar across the top which allows me to conduct various different actions. One, forward this to somebody else, print it, or scroll up and down through the list of results that you have in your list. I can then review the result, and if I'm happy with that, I can then take an action. The default action is to sign it, so this radio button is selected. If I then click OK, it'll sign this result and there'll be a date and time stamp which will fulfill audit criteria to say that I have reviewed this result. I can also then refuse this result if it's a patient that I don't know or I didn't order the test. When I refuse the result, I have to send it to somebody else to be reviewed or signed. I've selected Linda Murdoch to review this patient, and I can basically select who I want to take on the responsibility by searching for them using the search tool here. There's an alternative. If you don't know who is following this patient, there's an instructional video on the YouTube site which tells you how to find the responsible consultant. So I'm not going to forward this, I'm not going to refuse it, but I am going to make a comment that I think the result is okay, and that will be also committed to this report and committed to the record. So I'm signing it, I think it's okay, so I'm going to click OK and sign this result. This then clears out of my list. You see I've got nothing left to sign.